Tonight, a story you'll see only on Wink as Florida Highway Patrol steps up their enforcement this holiday weekend. Our crews rode along. Christina Hernandez was in the front seat for all the action, and quite a bit of it you saw out there too.
It was a pretty exciting day. Our photographer Jason Wynn was nearly hit by a truck while he was at a traffic stop with a trooper. The truck ran off the road onto the shoulder of I-75, fishtailing for dozens of yards.
I had to go off the road to miss him. You're the guy I almost hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. The guy
Missing our Wink News photographer by inches.
That's enough to scare you.
This truck also plowed by Corporal Alan Williams while he was making a traffic stop.
That was scary, dude.
It was scary.
Golly. That's scary.
I didn't mean to try and hit you, I
It's
swear.
fine.
This happened while the corporal was writing a different driver a ticket for going 24 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, 94.
Then another driver was stopped.
I'm stopping you for 91 and a 70.
Still, vehicles were not changing lanes or slowing down for the lights on the side of the road, so backup was called.
Have you never heard of the move over law? No. Because it's been in effect for about 3 or 4 years now.
Drivers were ticketed $159 for not moving over.
We were almost hit about half an hour ago by a vehicle doing the same thing.
Troopers say they're on the lookout for everything during Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of people out trying to have fun, but they do a lot of drinking and they don't always use their heads. I'm stopping you because we got a couple of calls on you all over the road and everything.
But troopers continue to make checks they would do any other day.
As soon as I passed him and slowed down, he put his seatbelt on. When I passed by, I noticed neither one of you had your seatbelts on.
No seatbelts, speeders, even loaded guns in cars, all things troopers will be keeping a close eye on all weekend.
We'll get them all day like this.
All day. Yeah, Virginia Grafton did all her homework. She checked to see if the contractors had a valid license, which they did, but it turns out she still got scammed.
I'm angry. I'm upset. I cried for 2 weeks.
It's been more than a month since Virginia Grafton hired Dynamite Aluminum and Storm Protection, Inc. She paid them to install hurricane shutters on her home.
He seemed legit.
The man came to her porch, knocked on her door, and sold Virginia on a sob story.
And he was looking for jobs because everything had been slow and he needed work. And I did check. He did have a license.
So she signed a contract and wrote a $1,500 deposit check. That was in April.
Said he'd have the product and be able to do the job in 3 weeks.
Today, the work still isn't done. So Virginia's been calling.
For 2 weeks, I got an answering machine, which got me very suspicious.
When she did get a hold of the company,
when I said my name, she went, can't hear you, and hung up.
Fed up, Virginia wants her money back, but they still aren't returning her calls.
There's no way I can contact these people.
Neither could I.
The person you have called is unavailable right now.
I called the business phone numbers listed on the contract.
The mobile number you have called is no longer in service.
Both numbers I dialed, disconnected. I went to the business address, which turned out to be a home in Cape Coral.
You just moved in?
Yes.
The man who answered the door moved in a couple days ago. He says the previous tenants moved out in a hurry. Virginia filed a report with the Lee County Sheriff's Office, but she's still out the money, and with hurricane season a week away, she still doesn't have storm shutters.
I'm stressed. My gut hurts.
Well, after 4 hours of testimony and discussion, commissioners unanimously rejected the mining proposal, saying it would not only damage nearby property, it would devastate the natural environment. One by one, officials, environmental experts, and neighbors living near the proposed mine told commissioners not here.
It's absolutely incompatible with the rural residential character of Corkscrew Road.
A DOT representative said under the recommendation, trucks could have been driving by every 15 seconds. Aside from the noise, people worried about truck crashes, flooding, lighting at night, and losing their quality of life. Commissioners decided the plan was not worth the risks.
The applicant failed to provide clear, competent, and substantial evidence that the mining operation would not have an adverse impact on not only critical water supplies, endangered species habitat, but the surrounding residents in the area.
Right now, we'd have to wait and see the resolution and see how it's drafted, so we're going to withhold any comment until that time.
Resource Conservation Holdings, the corporation wanting to bring the mine here, had said in the past it would take the county to circuit court if the proposal was rejected. However, they would not comment today if that was the plan. Live in Fort Myers, Haley Hines, Wink News Now.
Live with those new details at 6 o'clock.
Well, apparently the suspect had been following the girl for about a block or so, and it came to a head in this parking lot right in front of the G-Spot Barbershop on Fowler. We talked to the witness who put a stop to it.
He got out the car, she ran behind me after she threw the rock at him.
Barber Charles Wade says he just got off the bus to go to work this morning when he saw a young girl and an older man yelling at each other.
As I was standing here, she had said something about calling him a pervert and whatever. And so as he pulls around, he actually got out the car.
Wade made a quick decision to step in.
And she threw a rock at him, and she ran behind me. I stopped the dude or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, told him to get back in his car.
Police say around 10:45, the suspect asked the 13-year-old to get in the car, but she refused. That's when he got out of the car and tried to pull her in. Wade was there in time to get between the two. Police described the suspect as a black male in his mid-50s, wearing blue jeans, a blue shirt, and a white baseball hat. He was driving a four-door white Nissan or Toyota with an Obama sticker and Florida tags. Wade says the situation immediately seemed strange, so he decided simply to act.
The thing that stuck out to me, she was like, "You pervert," you know what I'm saying? She kept saying that. I figured, you know, she must not know him. I didn't automatically think, you know, he was trying to abduct her or whatever, but he was trying to do something, so, you know, I held him off, he left, and obviously she got home safe to her grandmother.
Police need your help. If you have any information, call the Fort Myers Police Department or call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. In Fort Myers, Max Tournier, Wink News Now.
All right, thank you, Max. A live look at the well where BP is hoping